Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. This is all about you. This is the 15 minutes of spirit talking to you in anything about love, about how you love yourself, about what's going on in your life that's not working, or that really is working, and you want to share from that place of joy, whatever it is. I am here to serve you with love. Whether you are wanting to be in a relationship, whether you're wanting to meet somebody, whether you want a healthier relationship in your marriage, whether you don't know if you want to stay or go, whether you know you want to leave, whether you know you want to stay. This is all about you around love. It's about giving yourself permission to feel what you feel and being good with it. Being good with the uncomfortable, asking me about the uncomfortable, whatever way I can serve, I am here. And just put questions in the chat. I'm so excited to be with you. Let us begin and take breath for about 3 breaths. And then I'm going to do just a gentle recognition prayer of the divine love, of this infinite creator that loves and adores you and all of us, because we are all part of it. And I'm just like so blessed to be here. I'm in my daughter's and daughter and son-in-law's downstairs, so it's a different background, and I'll be playing with my little grandson soon, and that brings me joy. And this is all about love, all about love. Everything in your heart that brings you love, everything in your heart that might be uncomfortable that you want support with, please feel free to reach out in this 15-minute chat with Spirit through Joanne, or feel free to private message me. However I can be supportive, please reach out. And let us do our 3 breaths. And receive, receive, receive. Receive your second breath. And receive your third breath. And hi, Connie, I can see you're here. Feel free to ask any questions about love regarding anything. Recognizing the divine spirit, the spirit of the allness, of the all love, of all life, of all freedom, of all ease, of all peace, of all clarity, of all joy, of all beauty. That allness of it is who I am, of who each one of us are as part of it. And I'm knowing its guidance, its love, its clarity, its freedom, its peace, its magnificence, its joy. There is joy for you to be who you are. And if I can be of support in any way to help uncover that joy, to talk about love in a way that fills your heart with peace and clarity and joy and compassion, that's what I'm here for. And where I am in this room is I don't have a clock like I do at home. And so I'm going to ask Connie, if you can, to just put something in chat when it's about 10:15, and that will help me. Thank you, my beautiful friend. And now I open it up. Just put in chat, Connie, or anyone. Please feel free. And I see someone else, and her name is Hannah. And Hannah, if you would like to put something in the chat, if I can answer any questions, please do. I will never mention someone's last name because I want to keep this anonymous. And I'm grateful you are here. I'm grateful that each one is here. If you're watching the recording, I hope you receive. And until I have a comment or anything in coaching in the chat, I will be honored to just speak through spirit about love and feelings. So again, I'm watching the chat. watching to see what comes through and knowing it's always perfect. And Spirit wants you to know that whatever you're feeling belongs to you. You get to be uncomfortable. You get to say to yourself, you know what? This doesn't feel really good. This does feel really good. I want it to feel different. So if you want it to feel different, Spirit's asking you, what would you like it to feel like? What will you give yourself permission to receive that will feel easy, will feel gentle? When I was meditating today, what I was hearing is that I'm getting more comfortable going into the uncomfortable and giving myself permission to be comfortable around that. And that's what I want to invite for you. We all have a vision of how we want our life to look and how to feel and what we wish to see and who we wish maybe to be in it. And for some of us, parts of it are blurry and parts of it are very clear. And Connie says, part of me wonders if I should continue the process of getting acquainted with new men. It feels okay. I'm concerned about the dead ends. Well, Connie, thank you for asking me that. And being that I know you, I get to go deep. And what I can tell you is that the first place you want to begin, so I'm not even going to mention the new men yet. All of us, all humans, we're here to get to know who we are. You're here to get to know, who you are. And there's those parts of us that it's easier for us to be doing than to be sitting and talking to Spirit, whatever you call Spirit, Spirit source, love, universe, energy, it doesn't matter, God, it's all perfect. And when you're asking me, what does your heart say to you, Connie? Because if you listen to your heart, when there's a concern about dead ends, it tells me, and let me know if this makes sense to you, that your heart is in resistance and getting frustrated, whether it's your heart, your ego, wherever we want to say that it is, but the feeling is in your heart. And the concern is there. And if you're connecting to dead ends, maybe you're not really honoring all that's important to you. That if you knew you would be able to be with a partner that has these qualities, that's the person you want to say yes to. And if you're feeling as you're talking to people, well, I don't have anyone to talk to right now, or that I'm going out with, or that I'm seeing, or that I'm involved with, and this person's okay, even though there's some stuff about this person that really feels like a red flag, I can be okay ignoring it. If you're having that conversation with yourself, it's not honoring who you are. There's only one individualized expression of each one of us. It's all about you. And from that place, you get to really honor who you are. That's what you're meant to do. You're meant to truly feel the blessings being you. And that's not always easy for many of us. Hasn't been easy for me, sometimes for years, sometimes decades. And yet, it takes us to a softer, more gentle, more self-loving place, and more appreciating all that we are. Because as you are appreciating all that you are, Connie or any of us, as we do that, without judgment of what isn't right for us, we just don't choose what or who is not right for us, because we know it's not for our highest good. So those that you were talking about, Connie, and I'm concerned about more dead ends. There's part of you that it feels like has a fear that you're going to keep attracting men that are not who you want to get to know more. They are not who you want to have that love, that lust, that intimacy with, that joy, that best friend, that connection from the heart that understands all of who you are. And when we as humans say yes to something that is not exactly what we want, we get more of what we don't exactly want. So Connie, what are your thoughts about that? And if anyone else would like to share, please do. And in the meantime, Connie says, no red flags really. Just the recent disappointments make me wonder if my eyes are truly open. Okay. Is there a level when you look at this person, when you look into their eyes, even if it's on a picture, as you're reading their profile, are there parts of you that wonder, just intuitively, with what they're saying and what they're not saying, that maybe he isn't the one that you're really looking for? And if there was someone that looked really good, would you want to be responding to this other person? And really good is just subjective, because we don't know, because you don't know the person yet. It's what you feel. So the gift of what you're doing, the gift of dating, the gift of opening up our hearts, the gift of going out of our comfort zone is we get to grow. We get to learn more about ourselves. It's not about the men you're meeting, Connie. It's about you. It's about you celebrating you. Think of this whole life as an experiment. And we're getting closer and closer to this part of the experiment that's working. Like, wow, this feels really good, or no, this doesn't. Thank you for those emojis. Does that help at all? Because again, this is all about you. It's all about each one of us to connect open enough to our feelings, deep enough, to just be willing to feel the uncomfortable, because it's going to give you a message. It may give you a message that if you don't give yourself permission to be uncomfortable. Connie said, yes. Excellent, Connie. Blessings. Any other questions from you or anyone else? I am here to guide and to offer support. And if you see me looking at my watch, it's because no clock is in my daughter's downstairs room. So you know what? Life is good. Life is full of mysteries. Well, thank you, Connie. Connie says 10:12 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you and blessings. I appreciate that. What blessing can you experience, you, Connie, and you, anybody, that is coming through being uncomfortable? The first blessing comes from being able to trust the uncomfortable. There's a message in there for you. There's a message that helps you to move forward. It's like a sign. What if our uncomfortable energy or feelings, emotions, and wherever we're going is just there to give us a sign, and not to bother us, not to piss us off, not to make us angry, not for us to get discouraged, not for us to lose hope, for us to trust. Connie says, trust what is comfortable for me. Absolutely. Woo-hoo! Yes. Trust what is comfortable for each one of us. And then it's not going to stay. It may stay that way. It may grow more comfortable, or maybe less comfortable. The more comfortable is a sign that we love. We love to be happy. I love to be happy. I love to feel hope. I love to feel joy. I love to feel compassion. I love to feel free. I love to feel that everything in my life is working out. And yes, it is. Maybe not the way I am imagining it. Maybe the challenges that I go through, that you go through, that our friends, that our family, that our children are going through, are their signs on their journey, so they can love themselves more, so they can go deeper into that unconditional love, so they can learn how to be less critical of themselves, so you can become less critical of yourself, so you can forgive yourself, so you can learn that you can forgive yourself for anything. Can you imagine that? And how do we get to that forgiveness? It doesn't come from what makes us happy. It doesn't even come from anything that's easy. It comes from uncomfortableness with feelings. It comes with willing to look at feelings as a sign, as a message, like, okay, and maybe it has everything to do with your past. When you were 5 years old, we didn't have tools growing up, right? We didn't learn how to maneuver through emotions and feelings. You know, for many of us, it was either good or bad, white or black. Rainbow didn't exist. Grays didn't exist. And what if they really always have? And what if they really do within you? And that's where your compassion lies for yourself, for your forgiveness. When you learn how to forgive yourself, when you learn how to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, and do it more and more and more with observation, and you may find yourself crying, you may find yourself scared. And what if you give yourself permission to go through the process of reminding yourself, you know what, I'm part of this infinite creator. There's only this divine spirit. We are all part of it. And I am part of it. So all of its love and compassion and kindness and joy and beauty and creativity and healthy boundaries and imagination and everything that you desire lies within it. So therefore, it lies within you. And when you go to that place of uncomfortable, it's there to comfort you. So what if all your uncomfortable feelings are taking you closer to the divine within you as you, to you getting to know the spirit of who you are in your heart and in your soul? And that's today's message, that feelings are good, regardless if they feel good or they don't. I'm going to say that again. Feelings are good, whether they feel good or they don't. And Connie says, trust what is comfortable for me. And trust with the divine energy, whatever you call it, however you do it in partnership, because you are it. You are part of this divine creator, and that's where every answer, every solution lies, is in building that trust that you have in that relationship, getting to know who you are from the inside out. That's today's message, with so much love. By the way, my name is Joanne Sapers. If anything I have shared with you is helping you, I am so deeply grateful, because that's why I choose to be here for the weekly Spirit Chat with Spirit through me. And I'm honored. I feel blessed. I feel deeply grateful. Grateful. And if you want to know more, reach out to me. Private message me. Let's just have an easy peasy conversation. And wherever it goes, it goes. If I can serve you in any way, that will be a blessing. I put all of my Facebook Lives into my YouTube channel. If you like what you're hearing, please subscribe. Please like them. Please feel free to comment. And know, this is all about you. All about you learning to say yes to who you truly are, which is created as the divine, perfect, whole, and complete. Until tomorrow, this is Joanne Sapers wishing you blessings and so much love in all that you desire, and more and more and more and more. Bye for now.